Telomere testing is a very interesting test, and
It's fascinating, actually.
yes,
Yeah.
it's a validated test. The scientists who developed this test actually received a Nobel Prize in 2009 for this test, and it's like you say, it's fascinating. What that is our DNA strands have caps at the end of the strands, kind of like shoelaces would have the plastic caps on top of the shoelaces that prevent the shoelaces from unraveling and having damage done to them.
Right.
And it has been found that the length of those caps on the DNA strands correlates to one's physiological age. Meaning, what I mean by that is the longer your telomeres are, and that's identified in a blood test, the healthier your DNA is, and the less likely it is to be susceptible to damage, defects, diseases such as cancer, again, degenerative diseases that we associate with aging.
Oh, that's interesting. So is that cap, is it predetermined when you're born, or does it get...
No, over time, because DNA strands, as a cell divides, the
Yes.
DNA divides. Every time there's cell division, the telomeres get shorter and shorter.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there is actually something that once you identify the problem, there is something that activates telomerase, which is the enzyme that stabilizes telomeres and actually even increases them, hopefully a little bit. There is a substance that you can give patients to stabilize that process.
That's fascinating. So you really almost, there's a lot of, you can predict some things then, and help people really guide their medical history. Is that
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Can you do you have any examples of positive things you've done with that?
Positive things we've done. Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I would say patients have reported more energy, but this is more looking at a long-term effect, because when we check telomeres, it's not really in a diseased person, not a person that has a particular illness,
Right.
but it's really to try to avoid them from getting sick. So sometimes people are really amazed how short the telomeres are.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes I have seen patients that are 90 years old and they have the telomeres of 30-year-olds, which would explain why they're 90 years old
Exactly,
and perfectly
right.
healthy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's a very interesting concept.
That is neat. And you know what, with that, if you see, does like a short cap on that telomere, does it really predict how a person has lived their life, meaning if their nutrition is poor, or is it more a reflection?
Could be, definitely. It absolutely could be, yes. Things like smoking,
Really?
excessive alcohol, all of those things, yes,
Oh.
would shorten telomeres.
That's great. And then because
Stress is a big factor too.